A very good afternoon to everyone. Myself, Meena, Assistant Professor in Department of Pharmaceutical Analysis, Seven Hills College of Pharmacy, Tirupati. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our eminent speaker, respected Principal Sir, and delegates for the 6th session of 5 days virtual faculty development program on pharmaceutical innovations and protection strategies. I take this privilege to warmly welcome Mr. Ramu Samineni Sir, Faculty of Pharmacy, Vignans University, Guntur. Topic for afternoon session is protection strategies used in pharmaceutical innovations by Mr. Ramu Sir. I invite Radha Madam, Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, to brief the citation of Dr. Ramu Sir. Madam, kindly take over.
Thank you, ma'am, for welcoming.
Myself, Dr. Radha, Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, Seven Hills College of Pharmacy, Autonomous, Tirupati. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the resource person, Mr. Ramu Samineni Sir, working as an Assistant Professor, Vignan University, Guntur. Sir completed his B.Pharm from Annamalai University, M.Pharm from SRM University, and a PhD from Vignan University. Sir worked as also junior scientific writer and also guided various projects at UG and PG level students. The research interest area of Samineni Sir is novel drug delivery systems, solid lipid nanoparticles, mouth disintegrating tablets, and floating microspheres. Achievements of the Sir: 8 patents filed, among these 2 patents granted and 6 patents published. Next, 35 research articles and 8 review articles published in various national and international reputed journals. SAR is also having a professional membership in various regulatory bodies like IPA, APTA, and AP State Pharmacy Council. SAR received the awards. One is Excellence in Reviewing by Journal of Pharmaceutical Research International in the year May 2021, and also received Best Researcher Award by International Research Awards 2022 by Science, Technology, and Management. Thank you for giving this opportunity to introduce the resource person, Ramu Samineni Sir. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Radha, ma'am, thank you for your brief introduction, recording me.
So now session is handed over to you, sir. You can start.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sir, can you give me the host?
Yes,
I can.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Screen is visible, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So I can start the section, sir,
Yes, sir.
with your
for
kind
the
permission.
share
Yes,
mode.
sir. Yes, sir. I shared already screen share. It is visible screen. Kindly confirm.
Sir, slide share mode, it is there in the PowerPoint mode only, sir. That means with all the things.
Okay, 1 minute, sir.
Slide share mode you can opt.
Yes, yes. Now, sir.
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. So very good afternoon, everyone, my faculty fraternities and all the research persons who are joined in this e-faculty development program on the virtual mode. So today I would like to share my intention knowledge on the protection strategies used in pharmaceutical innovations. I would like to give you a glimpse of pictures recording my university. Currently, I'm working in Vignan University, and this is my Vishweshwara block, and H block we will calling as. This is the few pictures which are very new to resource persons who are new to the Vignan. So these are some of the glimpsey pictures. I would like to cover the content recording this topic. These are the content topics. I would like to I highlight the protection strategies, why the protection strategies are important, and I will also cover the intellectual property rights. Including intellectual property rights, I will also highlight the regulatory exclusivities and the regulatory agencies and emerging protection strategies. In addition to that, I will also add a note on collaboration and licensing and the challenges and risk factors which are mainly involving in the protection strategies. And I would like to give the note on the best practices modes and the future trends, and followed by the conclusion. This is my content. So this is the disclaimer note. I would like to giving all these logos and pictures, brand names, which are only used for academic purpose, which are not going to give any promote or demote for any brands. In today's India is a rapidly evolving pharmaceutical industry. Protecting various intellectual properties is very more important than ever. The development of new drugs and therapies requires a significant investment, both in terms of money and time. Without proper protection strategies, these innovations could be easily copied and stolen by the competitors. So this is why understanding various protection strategies available to the pharmaceutical companies are the crucial for their success. The different protection strategies mainly employed in the safeguard the pharmaceutical innovations, including the intellectual property rights under the patents, trade secrets, copyrights, trademarks, regulatory exclusivities, data exclusivities, and market exclusivities, and also litigation problems, collaboration, and licensing. And India is the biggest country to the pharmaceutical companies in Indian pharma industry, which is growing. India is the biggest contributor to the generic drugs worldwide. The Indian pharmaceutical industry meets more than 50% of the global demand for the various vaccines, 40% of the generic demand in the US, and 25% of all the medicines in the UK. Currently, India is also exporting various antiretroviral drugs, which are mostly used in fighting against the AIDS in the worldwide. Industry had a great value in terms of reaching the compound annual growth rate. In 2018, the compound annual growth rate is there in the 38 billions. And once it comes to 2013, at the base case, it will be increases to 7 to 8% compound annual growth rate is increased. By 2030, it is the base case. By aspirational cases, bold aspirational cases, there is 11 to 12% increasing, nearly 120 to 130 billions. This is the aspirational case by mostly giving to the protection or mostly increasing the pharma industry by 2030. This is an aspirational cases. The key drivers mainly for the growth and the improvement of pharma industry is mainly increasing the accessibility and affordability. And also there is a potential breakthrough through the next generations involving in the innovative products. There is a strong growth in the US market by driving the higher abbreviated new drug approvals and sharing in the molecules along going off the patents. And there is a need of potential ease in the price erosion. Increased growth in the large underpenetrated markets such as Japan and China, though there is want to overcome that. So India is leading to the in the newest places. So this is the projected size of Indian pharma industries. So there is a by 2030 by aspirational cases, there is a 120 to 130 billions. So the why protection is important. The protection strategies are very important one for the pharma industries because protection strategies are the critical for the pharmaceutical industries to safeguard the innovations and investments made by the companies. Without protection, competitors could easily copy and reproduce the drugs, leading to the loss of revenues and markets for their original innovators. This could ultimately lead to the declining in the research and the development efforts of the companies. So become less willing to invest in a new drug discoveries due to the lack of protection. So there is, in addition to the protection strategies, there is a risk that counterfeit the drug. So could enter into the market and posing a serious threat to the public health. So the drugs may not have undergone same rigorous testing and quality control measures for their original drug, potentially leading to the harmful side effects. So there is a need for essential for the pharmaceutical companies to robust the protection of IPRs in place to ensure the safety of the patents and maintain the integrity in the industries. So I would like to tell you the top 10 pharma industry trends and innovations in nearly in the 10 sectors. These are the innovations in 2013, the top 10 pharma industry trends and innovations by 2013, with a sample scale of 1,745 global startups and scale-ups. The results of these research data-driven innovations and intelligence that improves the strategic decision-making by giving you an overview of an emerging technologies and startups in pharma industries. So I would like to tell you the top 10 pharma industry trends like artificial intelligence, which is mostly covering 21%. This is the most developmental areas in artificial intelligence. This is mostly related to medical imaging and patient engagement. And by big data analytics, which are also occupying the 15%, and flexible production rates also occupying 13%, and precision medicine is 9%, additive manufacturing and blockchain, these are the 9%, and extended reality and real world data, digital therapeutics and curative therapeutics. These are occupying mostly the blockchain and extended reality protections, and additive manufacturing protections are occupying 9%, and extended reality occupying 7%, and real world data, digital therapeutics and curative therapies, which are occupying nearly 6 to 5%. These are the top 10 pharma industry innovations according to the 2023. I would like to highlight the various types of intellectual property rights, which are usually covering the innovations and inventions, which are the patents, trademark, copyrights, industrial designs, geographical indications, trade secrets, and integrated circuits. I would like to overlay these all these things which are already previously some of the speakers I hope already discussed. I would like to tell you mostly what is the need of intellectual property rights. The intellectual property rights are improving the economic growth. The promotion and protection of intellectual property rights definitely needed for economic growth and creating the new jobs which are for the industries and enhancing the quality and enjoyment of the lives. And it is also encouraging the innovations. And it is also encouraging the innovations and innovators. The legal protection of new creation encourages the commitment of additional resources for the most for the further innovations. And it is also having a protecting the rights for the creators. There are safeguard for the rights for the creators. The intellectual property rights are required to safeguard the creators and others to produce an intellectual commodity, mostly the goods and services which are granting by them. Certain time limiting rights to control and use made of the manufactured goods. And the ease of doing business. The ease of doing business is also one of the thing innovator and creativity and ensure the ease of doing business by these protecting the intellectual property rights. And it is also facilitating the transfer of technology in the form of foreign directly investments and joint ventures and licensing processing. That means collaborative licensing processing. So these are the various needs of intellectual property rights protecting. So first, I would like to tell you the first intellectual property right is the patent. The patents are the crucial tool for protecting pharmaceutical inventions. They provide exclusive rights to the inventor for a limited period of 20 years, typically from the filing date. Patent allows the inventors to prevent others from making, using, selling, or importing the patented inventions without permission. In the pharmaceutical sector, patents can cover new chemical entities, formulations, drug delivery systems, manufacturing processes, and therapeutic uses. So some of the patents which are mostly related to the cricket, I will clearly highlighted in this picture, which are the tangible patent and non-tangible patent. The DRS system, which is using the first DRS system, which is using between the match of Pakistan and England in the April 2001. This DRS system is easily giving for the whether the in the manual LBW it is there previously, but it is going to the DRS system. It is benefited for the batsman, or it is also benefited for the bowler. In the both cases, it is useful. This is the original decision by the umpire. It is an out. We can challenging that decision also by the help of this DRS system. And this is a tangible patent which is mostly happened in the case of the Australia. Mostly it is the first tangible patenting international private limited Australia between the ICC 20 World Cup in 2014. These are some of the patents. Any invention to be patented, it has to satisfy the three conditions. One, it should have a novelty, and it should be having inventive step, and industrial applicability should be there. Then only then the invention will be going for the patent. So here I will show one of the mostly the stems which is having the bells. These this is also related to the cricket. By I'm a big cricketer, I'm big fan of cricketer. That's why I'm mostly taking the examples of this cricket. It's easy to understand. So the patent should be satisfied. It should be novel according to the previous old days. Normal stems should be there. And some of the cases, the bells will be easily falling down, and it will be out or not out. The umpire cannot be decided. But even though sometimes the ball hit these stems, so some of the cases, the stems will not easily falling. So that cases, these are the invention could be happening, and they should be patented and satisfying these three conditions. Mostly, there should be novelty is there, and inventorship, and the applicability in the mostly in the cricket is nowadays we are already seeing. So one more patent I want to tell you in the helmet, which is going to huge loss for the Australian opener Philip Hughes because of the ball hitting onto the neck. Mostly, this is going to Hughes. It's opening batsman for the Australian. Mostly the Phillips Hughes. It is going to happen in the mostly in the cases of the 2014 in the match of the England. And so many West Indies cricketers are also mostly will having a problem of hitting the ball onto the head. So this is also going to be a problem. That's why the invention should be made for this helmet. And this is also going to the patent. And this is mostly the stem guard by Masori Group Limited in England. So which is happened the Phillips Hughes by the hitting onto the neck onto the bouncer during the Sheffield Shield match at the Sydney cricket ground. He is causing a vertebral artery dissection that lead to the subarachnoid hemorrhages. Because of that, he is went to the die also. So 90% patents are an improvement to the existing patented inventions. That is the way I want to tell you. The patent is not a big deal. So there is different types of patents which are mostly related to the pharmaceutical areas. There is different types of patent applications. That is mostly a process related or a product related or product by process related or a formulation patents. Some of the biotechnological patents and patents for the drug compounds, patent for the formulations, and mostly these are also involving, apart from the polymorph patents are also will be highlighted. The biotechnological related patents, which are mostly we usually file them for a wide variety of immunological products, diagnostic products, and therapeutic products. Patents for the drug compounds, they offer the maximum protection to the drug products companies. Generally, we will file for the chemical structure of a synthesized drug compound. Then when company acquire this patent, no other company is permitted to manufacture or sell the drug or any formulation constituting the drug. And patent for formulations and compositions, they are giving to the specific preparations of a formulations or a quantity of a critical ingredients in the formulation. Patent for the process, usually we will file them for a novel process to produce a particular product. Patent for technology, we generally file these techniques or methodologies to resolve any technology related issues under this category. Some examples including the problems related to the solubility or a stabilization or a taste masking, the recording that technology which is mostly related issues we can file under this. The polymorph patents, the polymorph crystalline modification of an already known compound are called a polymorph. So they increase the stability and reduce the impurities in the mixture. According to the section 3D of the Patent Act 1970, we can patent polymorphs that have a significant usage in the sector, pharma industrial sector. In other words, we cannot patent inventions of polymorphs that are having no use. So these are different types of applications in India. Mostly we will get the applications to file the patent. So provisional applications and non-provisional applications. Provisional applications, it is an application which can be filed if the invention is still under the experimentation stage. Filing of a provisional application provides an advantage to the inventor in establishing the priority date of the invention. Non-provisional applications we'll call as ordinary applications. In ordinary applications may be filed if the patent does not have any priority to claim, or if the application is not filed in pursuance of any preceding convention applications. These are called as a non-provisional applications or ordinary applications. Conventional applications, filing of conventional applications allowing to claim priority in all the convention countries. The applicant can claim priority if the same or substantially similar application has been filed in any convention country. The time limit for claiming priority is within 12 months from the date on which the first convention application was filed in a convention country. So this is a PCT, mostly the Patent Cooperation Treaty Act or Patent Cooperation Treaty national applications or international applications are there. A patent application will file in India, we will call as a national, and we will file in international levels also. In international applications, we made according to the PCT designated. In India, an applicant can file a national phase application. In India, we can file within the period of 31 months from the date of international filing or prior date, which is earlier. International application filed in India as a receiving officer under this Patent Cooperation Treaty is mostly an international application which can be filed in more than 150 countries by a single application. That is a PCT international applications. Patent of edition, when an invention is a slight modification of an earlier invention for which application is already filed or patent is already granted, then the applicant can file a patent of edition application. If there is there is no need to pay any separate renewal fee for the patent of edition during the term of a main patent. It expires along with the main patent. And last one is divisional application. This type of application divided out the patent to parent one. It is known as a divisional application. The priority for all the divisional application will same as priority of the parent application. The main essential part, patent essential parts, which are mostly involving. So the first one is the title, which comes under the title of the invention should be disclosed. The specific features of the inventions usually within less than 15 words. The prior art and problem to be solved. The applicant should give a clear statement to that affecting of the closer prior art known by the applicant. The object and summary should be stated. The specification should also state the objectives of the invention and problems it should aim to solve. And it should be, if any diagrams are required, the description should be furnished in sufficient details which give a complete picture and claims and recording the abstract. The application should end with a claim points, succinctity, and clearly defining the scope of the inventions. So this is how recording the patents. Next, the trade secrets. Some aspects of a pharmaceutical invention may be kept as a trade secret, especially in cases where patent protection is not feasible or desirable. Trade secrets are conventional information that provides a competitive advantage. Companies must take appropriate measures to safeguard trade secrets, such as restricting access, implementing confidentiality agreement, and maintaining the strict internal control. The advantage of using trade secrets, including the ability to maintain exclusivity for an indefinite period of time and avoiding the cost associated with the patenting process. At the same time, disadvantages are also there. The risk of losing protection. If the information is leaked or reverse engineered, then the inability to prevent others from independently discovering and using the same invention. There is a different types of trade secrets, which is mostly related to the technique or a financial data, formula, pattern, or a program related or method related, drawings, process, technical oriented, or a list of customers' information. Some of the famous trade secrets I enlisted in this slide, which is mostly related to the formula for the Coca-Cola, And the special sauce, that is a Big Mac special sauce, which is mostly using, mostly the KFC, which is a recipe, which is mostly related to the recipe, and the WD-40 formula, which is mostly involving in these trade secrets. Copyrights. This is another form of protection strategy which is used in the pharmaceutical industry. Unlike patents and trade secrets, copyrights protects the expression of an idea rather than idea itself. This means that copyrights can be used to protect things like written materials, artistic works that are used in the development of pharmaceutical innovations. One advantage of using these copyrights is that they offer long period of protection than the patent and the trade secrets. Copyright protection usually lasts for the life of author plus 70 years, which allows for the long-term protection of a valuable intellectual property rights. However, it is an important note, copyrights do not provide a strong of a barrier to entry as a patent or a trade secrets. So they may not be the best option for all types of the pharmaceutical inventions. The examples of copyrights mostly will giving is the literacy works and the sound artistic works, dramatic works, the musical works and cinematography. These are the huge protection will be there for in the cases of the copyright protection. But with related to the pharmaceutical innovations, these are having a less protection barriers when compared to the patents and trade secrets. The next one is trademarks. Trademarks play a crucial role also in protecting the brand names, logos, and other distinctive symbols associated with the pharmaceutical products. Companies are investing huge money and branding the strong brand recognition and goodwill, which can safeguard mostly which can safeguard the help from the prevent from the other using similar marks that may cause the confusion in the marketplace. So trademarks can help the worthwhile and the same level of protection as a patents or the trade secrets. These are also having a less protection level. The worth is not nothing. The trademarks don't offer the same level of protection or patent mostly or the trade secrets. They only cover specific elements of a product rather than the product itself. Some of the logos, some of the words, some of the symbols which are mostly involving in these trademarks, I will enlisted in this slide, which is mostly this intact, the sound, the brand which is using, the signature related, and the label under the Pepsi bottle, and the name on the Reynolds ball pen, the words in the Google, the letter in the Adobe, and the slogans, which are mostly comes under these, the combination of letter and design, which is also will be enlisted in these trademarks and this Apple logo. There is a difference between a trademark and the registered trademarks. So the difference we are seeing there is Indian Gate Basmati rice. There is a trademark symbol is there that is indicated by the TM, which are commonly used to indicate the trademark right. The TM symbol is indicate that mark is being claimed as a trademark, even it is not being registered. The symbol R, which is mostly here I give an example in the case of Nike, the symbol is used to indicate the mark is a registered trademark. The use of these symbols helps put others to notice of the owner's claim to exclusive rights in the mark. So the last industrial design registration, a design patent covers the aesthetic look of a product. This means ornamental shape or surface treatment of a product. The look need not to have a functional applications. So these are some of the designs I will mention here. For example, the design number here, the owner is PepsiCo, mostly this article number, it is related to the bottle design. And some other example, the cooler for drinks, which is mostly this design, which is in the owner of this is a PepsiCo. And the third one is a vehicle case 2. This is a mostly design number, which is given by the Tata Motors Limited. And the crusher for crushing of a coal, this is a Tata Steel Limited, which is also, this is the company owner. So these are some of the industrial design which are having an aesthetic look of a product. And these are having industrial design applications. And including to that, the second part I would like to cover is regulatory exclusivities. Regulatory exclusivities, it is also a type of protection strategy that provide a period of a market exclusivity for a pharmaceutical products after they have been approved for regulatory agencies such as FDA. This exclusivity can prevent competitors from launching generic versions of the same drug and allowing the original manufacturer to recoup their investment in a research and development. There are several types of regulatory exclusivities are available, including orphan drug exclusivities, pediatric exclusivity, and new chemical entity exclusivity. Orphan drug exclusivity is granted to the drugs that treat rare diseases, while pediatric exclusivity, which is granted to drugs that have been tested in the children's. New chemical entity exclusivity is which is granted to drugs that containing new active ingredient that has not been previously approved by the FDA. Each type of exclusivity provides a different length of market exclusivity, which is ranging from the 6 months to the 10 years. There is a different regulatory exclusivity provisions for a small molecular drugs, which are highlighted in this table. The transitional, which is having a term of 2 to 10 years, and orphan drug is having 7 years. New chemical entities are having the regulatory exclusivity term is 5 years. The consumers are having 5 years. Qualifying infectious diseases products, which are having 5 years. And the qualifying infectious disease products, which are related to the antibiotic drugs, which are mostly in the term of 3 to 5 years, and which is will be varied from the case to case. The pediatric exclusivity will be only there in the 6 months, and the generic exclusivity will be there in the 180 days. These are the different regulatory exclusivity provisions, which are mostly will be varied from the different regions and different exclusivity data also. Now, data exclusivity is a form of protection that grants exclusive rights to the data generated from the clinical trials. This means no other company can use this data to support their own application for marketing authorization. For a certain period of time, data exclusivity, which is an important tool in protecting pharmaceutical innovations, because it allows the innovator to have a monopoly on the market for a certain period of time, which can also help them recoup the cost of the research and development. However, there is also some disadvantage by using this data exclusivity. For example, it can delay the entry of generic drugs into the market, which can increase the healthcare cost for the patients. So the data exclusivity for the non-orphan drugs, which is having a formula for 8 plus 2 plus 1. The market exclusivity for the orphan drugs, which is there for the formula of 10 plus 2 years. So mostly it is this exclusivity will be effective from November 2005, and data exclusivity for non-orphan drugs, which is there in the 8 years, and additional for market production, which will be taking place for 2 more years because of generic applications, and generic launch will take 1 more year. And if you want to add additional data, which will be also take 1 more year extra, which will establish substances which are having a new indications. But in case of orphan drug, the formula will be the 10 plus 2 years, because the 10 years, which is the reference product for market authorization, and 2 years for the pediatric investigation plant and similar applications and applying of these generic applications, which will take. So in case of non-orphan drug, the formula will be 8 plus 2 plus 1 years. And in case of orphan drugs, the formula will be 10 plus 2 years. Additionally, litigation, mostly the litigation is also will be taking an action, legal action against to those who are infringing any company intellectual property rights, such as a patents or a trade secrets. Litigation is one of the most commonly used protection strategy in the pharmaceutical industry. One of the benefit of litigation is that it can be effective deterrent against the potential infringers, as there is a threat or a legal action can dissuade others from attempting to copy or steal a company innovations. However, litigation can also be a costly and time-consuming process with no guarantee of a success. Additionally, there is a risk of negative publicity and damage to the company reputation if the litigation is unsuccessful. One of the case fact I will tell you, it is going to happen between TCH Biopharma Limited, and also it is in the against to these, they appealed the patent number. The title is solid dosage form of a combination of medicine for treating a cardiovascular diseases under the patent of 823 patent. This patent is filed and claimed that drug amidilin is produced by the China Chemical Pharmaceutical Limited and fell within the scope of the 823 patent. However, both the first and second instances, the court dismisses this these infringement against to these DCS Biopharma Co. Limited. Why this case was dismissed? The critical reason for the TCS Biopharma failure in this appeal was TCS Biopharma response during a patent prosecution. There is intrinsic evidence has clearly stated that 823 patent technical means there is a totally differ from prior art. Although the specification described in a double layer tablet in the example, in the case of example 4, the court is deemed to that TCS Biopharma has an intent to disclaim a specific examples based on its response to the office action. The active ingredients are evenly mixed, defined by the claim 1, exclude aspects of double layer tablets when construing the claims. In the case 1 to case 3, there is eventually mentioned that mostly they're evenly mixed. But in the claim 4, there is a different comparison is there. The granules of amlodipine and bisulfite and benzopril hydrochloride, these are in the salt form. These are separated into 2 individual layers to form a double layer tablet. So mostly there is a differ is there in this claim. In order to mentioning of evenly mixed, they can claim that evenly distributed. This drug is their API is evenly distributed. So that is the reason there this case is the mostly in the failure in the case of this Biopharma while they're filing the lawsuit and claimed that against to these the China Chemical and Pharmaceutical Co. Limited. So international protection strategies. International protection strategies are also crucial for pharmaceutical innovations that have a global applications. However, navigating the different international laws and regulations that can be a challenging. One strategy is to obtain a patent in a multiple countries, but this can be an expensive and time consuming. Another strategy is rely on international agreements such as a Paris Convention or the Patent Cooperation Treaty, the PCT, to streamline the patent application process. However, these agreements also have a similar limitations and may not provide a comprehensive protection in all the countries. The PCT application procedure will be enlisted in this diagrammatic mode, mostly the local filing application, which is going to happening. And at the same time, within 12 months, you want to file this PCT international filing, and it will be going for the international publication for taking for the 18 months. And the demand for international preliminary examinations will be taking for 22 months. And examination and patentability report generation, it will take for 28 months. And granting for the individual country or the national phases, which is taking for more than 30 months. So apart from these emerging protection strategies, mostly which are going to highlighting for this, as the pharmaceutical industry continues to evolve, new protection strategies are emerging that have a potential to revolutionize the way of companies protect their innovations. One such strategy is the use of blockchain technology, which provides a secure and a transparent way to track the development and distribution of pharmaceutical products. By using a blockchain, companies can ensure that their intellectual property is protected throughout the entire supply chain, from research and development to the commercialization stages. The blockchain technology is a global distributed technology, which is mostly based on the ledger or database running on million of devices and open to anyone, where information and particularly anything of value can be moved and stored securely and privately. The key benefits of blockchain technology includes trust, transparency, and disintermediation, immutability, and consensus. The blockchain technology mainly using in pharmaceutical areas, making the clinical trials are faster, more trusted, and effective involvement. And these blockchain technologies are also improving the compliance and traceability in pharmaceutical supply chains. And these are also creating a smart contracts between the national and international companies. And these are also adding a proof of adherence. I would like to share one small video, which is mostly related to this blockchain technology, which is providing, it is mostly as a part of supply chain management, how the pharmaceutical product which will be secured, or which are related to the safety or stability, which is given by the Camp Gemini. I would like to share this video. Sir, is the video screen is visible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is the
It's
video
visible, sir. Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
kindly confirm?
Chain for supply chain
Is the audio is visible? Is audio is audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
management, transparent drug delivery. Due to high regulatory requirements, a seamless and transparent supply chain is very important for life science companies. However, they face complex challenges. Multiple parties are involved: supplier, second-tier supplier, wholesaler, pharmacy, and hospital. They all use different and often disparate IT systems, which makes the exchange of data difficult. Transport conditions of drugs such as temperature, humidity, luminosity, or vibration cannot be accessed in real time and can be subject to manipulation. Counterfeit drugs can hardly be identified due to lack of transparency. Compliance with FDA and EU regulations is costly and time-consuming. Capgemini offers you a complete solution for supply chain management in life science. It enables you to track transit conditions, for example, temperature, vibration, humidity, and luminosity via IoT sensors. Assign operational information to individual batch IDs or drugs by using GTIN. Give every stakeholder of the supply chain access to all the information about the drug through shared ledger technology. Execute contracts with suppliers or logistic partners automatically as smart contracts. As a result, all supply chain data is transparent and immutable, which enables you to detect violations of regulations or contracts in real time, make the quality and safety of your drugs transparent to patients, fight reimbursement fraud, create audit data automatically, thus lowering time and effort for supply chain and compliance management dramatically. Talk to us today about how we can help you create more value in your.
So this is a blockchain technology, which is mostly given by this one of the Camp Gemini, which they're invented to track the mostly the product, which is what level they're having. So the blockchain technology is having an importance. Mostly it is decreasing the time and effort. Also, these are mostly making a clinical trial should be faster and a more trusted way. And the blockchain technology which is also offering the trust, transparency, and mutability and consensus, which are already seen. And here it is between the manufacturer, which are going to the product, which is going to the patient, whether the product which is having stability and quality, which is there or not, we can trace easily based on this, the barcode technologies which are invented. So it is a part of one invention in the blockchain technology. These are also protecting. But these are mostly involving highly distributed databases, which is going to running on a million devices, which are open to anyone. So the next emerging technology I would like to cover, that is an artificial intelligence. This is another emerging protection strategy, which is using to mostly to identifying and preventing the patent infringement. By analyzing a vast amount of data, the artificial intelligence algorithms can quickly identify the potential infringements and alert the companies to take action before any damage is going to happen. The artificial intelligence approach has a potentiality will be there to save the company millions of dollars in legal fees and lost, mostly to cover the lost revenues. So one of the example I will tell you recently is just one recent example I would try to highlight related to the biotechnology company. The EOT, it is a biotechnology related company, recently announced a phase 1 clinical trial on an anti-cancer molecule that was co-invented and developed in partnership with Exentia, a company based in Oxford, UK-based company, which is mostly using whose artificial intelligence platform technology, which is computationally analyzes the properties of a millions of small molecule candidates to identify the molecules in just 8 months. The AI has the power to reduce the time and cost of a drug discovery and increasing the number of new therapies which are available. A recent analysis by Morgan Stanley Research concluded that even a modest improvement in early stage drug development, which are having a success rate, made possible mostly by these artificial intelligence and machine learning models. The AI and combining of AI and blockchain technology, which is having an additional protection strategies, which is having to lead to an additional 50 novel therapies within a 10 years period, reflecting there is a growth of nearly $50 million market opportunity, which is going to evolving in the current upcoming years. So the AI is not only involving in protection strategies, AI is having a huge role in the pharma industries. I would like to highlight the application of AI in the pharma related areas. I would like to tell you within one small video. So the role of artificial intelligence or related to the manufacturing production stage to the formulation and also for the invention stages. So from the starting stage,
healthcare sector,
I would like to tell you.
data science offers no surprise that
Is the screen is visible?
Sir, folders, something is there, sir.
1 minute, sir. Sir, is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Quick fact.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
has now clawed its way into the pharmaceuticals. And rightfully so, considering when it is properly integrated, it will not only give a faster performance, better implementation, but also process automation. Every major company uses data science in one or another way. So let's talk about the 5 major cases where it plays a significant role. Number 1, personalized medication plans. Second, improved drug trial. Third, genome editing. Fourth, patient follow-ups. And fifth, safety and risk management. But how so exactly? So let's talk a little in depth. Talking about personalized medication plans, you'd be surprised to learn how effectively and efficiently big data technology can handle and combine infinite amounts of data from multiple sources. A job that the companies consider pretty tedious in nature. Additionally, ongoing monitoring of the effectiveness of the treatment can help to improve and extend customized drug programs. Second, if we were to consider drug trials, the pharmaceutical companies would no doubt want to stop wasting time and money on finding the right mix of patients that is present for any given trial. And big data technology allows them to do so, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Unsurprisingly, quality data does indeed mean big saving. Third, genome editing, or a method that lets scientists change the DNA of many organisms, which in turn may lead to a change in the physical trait. Disease risk is actually happening and not a talk of the future anymore. Though it still has a long way to go before being implemented in therapies, AI has made the process a tad bit simpler, creating instances which could have a significant impact on the world. Fourth, keeping a record of the patient follow-ups is a gruesome task. Keeping charge of whether the person in question is actually on the right track with his medication and the various tests he has to do with time. But biosensors, sophisticated household appliances, smartphones, and so on have all undergone a great deal of development, making the process a little simpler. And on the plus side, pharmaceutical companies can now reduce the implementation time for future patients with comparable characteristics by gathering data from a specific patient. And lastly, How often do we come across an instance wherein we look up one symptom on the internet and end up with completely different diseases from different websites? Suffice to say, on practically any topic, the internet has what seems like an unlimited supply of knowledge, or maybe false information. So companies typically write scrapers and save large volumes of unstructured data using big data technologies like NLP, rendering redundant information useless after scraping. And there you have it. The major impacts of data science in pharmaceutical companies summed up in a single place. Even on an organizational level, the impact is tremendous. Automating such processes saves thousands of personnel hours and millions of dollars. For more such applications of data science and AI.
So these are the major 5 artificial intelligence applications majorly related to the pharma cases. So not only for these in point of view the industry, it is also will be extended towards the institute also. Sir, is it screen shared fully?
Yes, sir.
So including to that, I will also highlight the collaboration and the licensing. Collaboration and licensing also, these are the 2 common strategic protections which are using in pharma industries, which are mostly related to the commercializing any new drug. Collaboration is mostly involving partnering with the other companies or organizations to jointly develop and commercialize any new drug. This can help and spread the risk and cost of development while also allowing for the pooling of resources and expertise. One of the advantage which is there in the collaboration is that lead to the faster development and commercialization of a new drug. By working together, companies can share the knowledge and resources which can help overcome technical and regulatory hurdles. But unfortunately, these collaborations between industries will be very less, but industry institute collaborations are nowadays will be going to increase. The licensing is another hand involving granting another company the right to use a patent technology or a drug in exchange for a royalty or other compensation. This can be a way to generate revenue from the intellectual property without having to bear a cost of the commercialization. Licensing, on the other hand, can provide a source of revenue without the need for significant investment in the commercialization. However, both collaboration and licensing strategies also come up with the risk. Collaboration can be a complex and difficult to manage, especially when dealing with the multiple partners. Licensing can also lead to competition from other companies that they may have access to same intellectual properties. So the challenges and risk, which are mostly involving in protecting these IPRs and regulatory areas. One of the biggest challenge in using protection strategies in pharma industry is constantly changing the landscape of regulations and laws. So mostly it can be difficult to keep up with all the changes and ensures that your protection strategies are still valid and effective. Additionally, there is always a risk of litigation, or there is a disputes over patents, trade secrets, or other forms of protection, which can be a costly and a time consuming to resolve also. Another challenge is balancing the need for protection with the need for innovation. Some protection strategies, such as a patent, can limit a competition and make it harder and for new players to enter into the market. This can be stiffy innovations and ultimately hurt the pharma industries as a whole. However, without adequate protection, companies maybe hesitate to invest in the research and development, fearing that there is innovation will be stolen or copied by the competitors. To mitigate these challenges and risks, it is important to stay up to the date on regulatory changes and work with the legal experts to ensure that your protection strategies are sound. It is also important to strike a balance between protection and innovation. So to consider alternative protection strategies such as a collaboration and licensing that can promote innovation while still protecting your intellectual properties. So these are some of the challenges and risks which are mostly controllable in the pharma industries if you're dealing with the multiple partners. The best practices I would like to suggest to mostly to control these protection for the IPRs and data exclusivities, to develop a comprehensive IPR strategy that align with your business objectives. This includes identifying, protecting all relevant intellectual property assets, such as patents, trademarks, trade secrets, and copyrights. You can regularly review and update your intellectual property strategy to ensure it is remain relevant and effective in light of changing market conditions, regulatory requirements, and emerging technologies. So these are the best practices I can suggest for these industries or mostly our institutes which are only working on this novelty of these areas. So future trends, a future pharma industry which is going continually to evolve. So the strategies will be using mostly to protect the innovation. One trend that is expected to grow in popularity is the use of a blockchain technology. I already given in this previous slide. Blockchain technology provides a secure and transparent way to store and share the information, which could be valuable in protecting the pharmaceutical innovations. Including to the blockchain technology, I will also suggest additionally the artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence is expected to play a larger role in the development and protection of pharmaceutical innovations. AI can help identify the potential patent infringements and improve the efficacy of the patent application process also, and your process will be very easy, and you will also you can control the time and the money related to that process. Additionally, artificial intelligence expected to play a huge role in the current upcoming years. Another trend to watch the use of open innovations. Open innovations involving collaborating with the external partners, such as universities or other companies to develop and protect the innovations. This approach allows for a wider range of expertise and the resources to be utilized, potentially leading to more effective protection strategies. However, it is also present challenges in terms of intellectual property ownership and managing the patent rights. So these are the overall protection strategies. Finally, I would like to conclude the overall role of these protection strategies in pharmaceutical industries, such as IPRs and regulatory exclusivities, which are majorly playing a key roles in the protecting these inventions. Including to that, collaboration and licensing are also an important tool for protecting the pharmaceutical innovations. At the same time, you should be balancing between the innovation versus protection. So with considering a potential risks and challenges are associated with each strategy, you should adopt a best practices should be followed to implement protection strategies or effectively and ethically. As the industry continue to evolve, it will be very important to stay informed about the emerging trends and adopt according to that technologies. So the industry has to move on according to the new recent emerging trends and technologies, which are mostly evolving to protect the pharmaceutical inventions. So these are my recent collaborations with the industry institute partners. So I would like to, one patent is granted and remaining 3 patents are under the filing process. This is a patent publications. This is the industry institute partners I made. So one patent was granted in the operator for synthesis of nanoparticles in the laboratories areas. And these are the remaining 3 patents under the filed and also published. One is a precise way granules, especially for the pharmaceutical dosage forms. And the other patent filing is an efficient formulation of a HPMC based sodium alginate mucoidus microspheres for improvement of the neverpine drug release characteristics. So these are some of the references made for the different sources I will use to make this presentation. These are all the overall references. Finally, I would like to thankful to the Seven Hills College of Pharmacy Management and also the Principal Chief Patron, Dr. M. Niranjan Babu, Professor and Principal of Seven Hills College of Pharmacy, and Patron of Dr. T. Pawan Kumar, Senior Scientist, Manager in Tech, CSIR Institute of Minerals, Materials Technology, Bhopal, India, I will also acknowledge our principal and Professor Dr. C.H. Jitendra under the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences. I will very much thankful to today the man behind this EFDP program, the convener, Professor K. Sarvan Kumar sir, and organizing secretaries, all the program coordinators, technical support members, advisory committee members, and teaching faculty members, research scholars and students, and all the non-teaching faculty members who are directly, indirectly involving. So this event to made, and I am very much thankful. So I am very much sincere gratitude towards the Dr. M. Niranjan Babu sir and T. Pawan Kumar sir. So thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
So now the section I can stop
sir.
this screen share. I will hand over this to you.
Yes, just
Dear
a minute.
delegates, now the session is open for queries. So if any queries, you can mention in the chat box also.
No, ma'am. Thank you very much. It's a nice session.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Dr. Narendra Kumar, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much, one and all.
Ready.
Sir, just a minute, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So we are waiting for the queries. If any queries means you can mention in the chat box too.
Yeah, I'm seeing chat box also.
Yeah, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. PCT means Patent Cooperation Treaty. Yes, sir. Right. So it is there in the national and international also, sir. We can file, but I can suggest for the, you can go for the international filing for multiple countries. So PCT means Patent Cooperation Treaty, right, sir? It is there for national wise and also for international filing. Kranti Kumar, sir.
Sir, in YouTube also some questions came, some queries from the delegates.
Okay, ma'am. You can
We'll study.
present the questions.
We'll read them.
Okay, ma'am. You can read. I will answer.
Sir, from Sandeep, sir,
Okay, sir.
is it possible to file international level patent using a granted Indian patent by modified claims with the same product,
If the claims are modified, if the claims
sir.
are definitely modified, you can file even though it is published in Indian patent.
Okay.
If you are modified the claims, you can file under the international level also, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I think that's all, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for a wonderful question.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to interact with all the faculty fraternities and
Thank you,
also for collaborating with your institute. So I'm very much delighted to collaborate with your all faculty members also. Thank you for giving these opportunities, sir.
We are eagerly waiting for any offline session also, sir.
Yeah, sure, sir. Definitely, if you give me a chance, opportunity, definitely I will come there and I will interact with all the registered participants.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, from the management of Seven Hills College of Pharmacy, in association with CSR IMT Gopal. So we are, as a token of respect, we are sharing you the certificate of appreciation, sir. Please.
Yes, sir. I'm receiving, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, one and all.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. I'm receiving.
So
Thank you.
Vote of thanks by Meena ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Can I stay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
No issue, sir. If you want, you can.
No. I will be there. After
Okay,
vote of thanks, I can leave.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I am glad to express my vote of thanks to our resource person, Mr. Ramu sir, for accepting our invitation and providing a wonderful session on IPR and protecting strategies with suitable examples. I hope the session was very much useful for all the faculty members for the patent for their research for their future, sir. Thank you very much for your session, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dear delegates, by this today's third day of EFDP has been completed. Tomorrow we'll meet you by 10 a.m. with our 7th session of EFDP. Thank you so much for joining, and we will wind up the session with national anthem.
ఇదిగో బేబీ బుక్స్ అన్ని కరెక్ట్గా ఉన్నాయి లేదా చెక్ చేసుకో. బాయ్ బేబీ.
ఇందాక సమస్య స్కూల్ కి ఆ సమయంలో
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे